Hi everyone! Welcome to another Plasma Love meeting today. It's gonna be an epic one today. I can already feel the energy being built up and yay! Welcome. So nice to see you all here. Hi Brother Sage. Hi Jessica. Boggy. Hi everyone. I'll just wait a little bit for everyone to join. I think it's gonna be an epic one today because we have a very special guest, Monica Shewitt. And as you probably all know her. Oh, hi. I know everyone's been waiting for this. I can already feel like the energy built up and the excitement, and I know Monica does it too. So I just want to give a little introduction first before we have Monica here. Let's see. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me or who are new to my account, I just wanted to tell you like how this therapy changed my life for the better and why I've been doing these lives with people who are practicing urine therapy, Shivambu, the reason why I devoted my IGTV on these lives about urine therapy is because I really, truly, with my whole heart and my whole being, I believe in the power of this therapy. You know, it's free, it's given to you, it's your own perfect medicine. And it changed my life so much that, you know, this is like all I want to talk about sometimes. So just a quick introduction. I changed my lifestyle 7 years ago to a raw vegan lifestyle. And these living foods gave me so much energy and life that I am like incredibly grateful for. And I had like a list of ailments. However, with the help of raw vegan diet, like I healed most of them, like hypothyroidism, insulin resistance, and so on. But I was still having some other symptoms. And when I found out about urine therapy and I started it, just in 1 month, just drinking 1 cup a day, I healed my irregular periods that I was suffering from, not really suffering, but having these symptoms for like 15 years. And I was put on so many medications by doctors, you know, birth control pills, this and that, which even like, I feel like, you know, made my body even more obstructed. But so just after drinking 1 cup a day for a month, my periods got regular. I've been getting them since the last 4 or 5 years. I've been getting them every 28th day. I'm synced with the moon. Like it's been incredible. And before that, I was on like all types of tinctures, glandulars, and herbal stuff, like so much. Yet it wasn't helping. Nothing was helping. Even the diet, nothing. And urine therapy was my medicine. So, I mean, it works on like multiple layers, very deep layers. We'll talk more about it. But then I started drinking more and more, a bottle a day, couple of bottles a day. I would get fevers, detox symptoms, and then I started playing around with aged enemas, 5-gallon Colima board enemas, body rubbing, so much. And I just kept on getting more and more benefits every year. And here I am today, 5 years later, you know, healed so much on top of what I had already healed. But like PCOS, irregular periods, I had incredible like cystic acne, that's gone. I mean, so much. And the spiritual and emotional benefits are on top, the icing on the cake. And yeah, I mean, there's so much to talk about and I have so many stories, but without further ado, I want to have the legendary Monica shoot here. You already know her. I know you do. She has been the pioneer. Oh my god. So guys, we've been talking like on the phone with voice messages and stuff. This is the first time we're talking face to face, and it's so nice to see you.
It's such a joy for me, Tuğçe. You're so gorgeous, so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You are too. I love you. Thank you so much for coming, for saving this time.
Of
Oh my god. Like all morning today, I've been like so excited, and I can feel people's excitement too. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna be epic! It's gonna be a plasma party."
Let's party! Let's get this party started!
Let's get it started.
Let's rock the world with the urine therapy. Let's remind everyone how magical they are, how magical we are, how perfect, how complete, and we don't need anything outside of ourselves.
Yes,
and let's enjoy life really to the fullest, you know, using all our power.
Absolutely. I mean, like, seriously, this is the whole reason why I'm doing these lives, to help people, you know, to like help them awaken to the power they have within them. It's there, it's given. It's like, one of the most beautiful parts of being a human. Like we come with our medicine with us, you know. It's so beautiful, and once you start using it, you become like the best version of yourself, and you elevate, like, and it doesn't stop giving. It doesn't stop giving.
It's a never-ending fountain of all the auspiciousness you can think of, and even more, because that's you. That is you. It is showing you how amazing you are, unlimited, how magical. It's all in you. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Just like our souls are infinite, I feel like our water, like the energy in our water is infinite. You know, it keeps giving and giving, which is what I want to ask you actually, because like most of the people that I've interviewed so far on my IGTV here, you know, except Brother Sage, of course. Brother Sage practices since 1994, and I'm sure your guys gonna have an interview too.
Yes.
So he's been practicing it for a long time, but other than that, you know, people practice it for like a couple of years, 5 years, 7, 8 years, 10 years, but you, like, not even 10, 15, 20, but 24 years.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And I'm sure you've come across this scripture named Shivambu Kalpa Vidhi.
Yes. Oh
yeah,
my
and
God.
it lists like how you change after 1 year, 5 years, 9 years. Like it says, you first you conquer the element of water, and then the air, the luster, and then like all these things, and then after 9 years it says you become immortal. So I want to ask you, like, exactly.
Look at me.
So like I want to ask you, like, all these like 24 years, when you look back, how do you see like your progress, you know, like the benefits you got over time? You know?
Well, it's really funny because I got a hold of this paper right from the start when I knew about this information and the urine therapy, and so I kept always counting the years, the months, and like checking, okay, how am I feeling now? Am I becoming as strong as 1,000 elephants? But then I realized, okay, it's not really like that, because it's back then probably people were living in a different time. You know, that was, I don't know how many thousand years ago that this was written, and we also don't know how much got lost in the translation. But it goes along those lines, yeah, that you start really connecting to your full power. But I wanted to say that back then there were no chemtrails, so many things, pollutants that are now here, and especially diet has been a major also learning process for me, to incorporate, to not think that, okay, this is a magic pill, I just need to drink my urine every day and I'm gonna be forever young and perfectly healthy, and you know, everything, all my problems are solved. Because it's everything I put into my body, not just that glass or many glasses of urine or looping, but everything, you know, and food, and also emotions, because energy is before matter, and matter holds energy too. So it's all on all levels. You have to really become conscious of what you are putting into your body, incorporating, because that's gonna turn into you, into your life experience. So I had to learn also the hard way that I needed to, in order to stay young and keep rejuvenating and not aging, in spite of my intensive practice of the urine therapy, I needed to also stop eating the bad stuff. And especially stop eating. That has been such a major shift in consciousness for me, to realize that truly, and my urine is showing me that I don't need anything from external source. Everything is in me already contained, you know. But the addiction to food is really very hard to completely let go, and I've been playing with it and taking my own time, and sometimes I'm really pushing much further, being really intense with fasting for a long periods of time, and other times I'm going even back to cooked foods, because I long for the experience. So I am just allowing myself to go at my own pace. But I recognize, and I can see when I go back to cooked foods, how my skin starts aging again. And all the runny nose and all the symptoms of detoxification, or of what the industry calls sickness, but there is no sickness. It's actually only taking out the garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so everything, all of this reappears. And
I feel you so much, because since COVID, like since I've been working from home, I was drinking so much of my own elixir, and I was like, okay, this is like leading me to breatharianism. I was needing less and less and less. I was looking at the calories that I was consuming, and it was just like 500, 600 calories, a piece of fruit, and here and there a couple of juices, and I was so like satiated with that, because I was drinking so much. Because the more you drink it, like the more obstructions is clearing up, and then you don't need as much, like because you're already free and you're already conducting that universal energy, and you don't feel like eating that much. And the freedom of food also like creates this space in you where like you're almost like breathing more. My breath just came back to such like, I mean, I was able to breathe deeply. Whenever I eat, I can't breathe. Like my breath becomes so shallow and like so frequent. It's just, I feel like I'm losing myself, and then my thoughts get denser. So I did that like fruitarianism. I didn't even feel like I needed any vegetables, and I did like fruitarianism around like maybe 10 months or so, and mostly on juices, and I was feeling my best, my happiest, and the most present, and like so joyful all the time. And I feel like I attracted so much also during that time. But then recently I went back to like eating more like rolls and salads and stuff like that, and I feel the energy so much, like the change in my thoughts and energy, you know, like things start disturbing me and so on. So it was such a good reference to see again like both sides. And Orin makes such a big difference. And it's like, you know how they have this test, not a test, but experiment where they put a plant into a glass bottle. They just watered it once and they closed the cap of the bottle. And then this scientist, I suppose, kept it like that, and the plants lived for 53 years.
With just one time putting
Watering.
water.
Yeah, and then they closed the cap. So
Wow.
to me, that shows that the plant is self-sufficient, right? It drinks the water, and then the water evaporates. And
it keeps circulating. Yeah, of course.
Just like us.
Yes, the Ouroboros. Yes.
Yes, yes. And when you look at the earth, like the earth is doing the same thing. It rains, the soil drinks it, it evaporates, and then rains again. The earth is drinking its own water. The animals are drinking its own water. So why shouldn't we, right?
We, the human body, is the masterpiece of creation. So, of course, everything. I love that you bring this up, because everything also outside is a reflection of ourselves, and it's showing us what is possible inside. Everything is teaching us, you know. There is this oneness. We are one with everything, and so we can learn from everything that happens in you. And once you wake up to this, you connect, thanks to also clearing your body. And urine therapy is such a great tool for fast tracking this clearance, you know. You start connecting the dots, you start seeing the guidance everywhere, and you realize it's not outside, it's actually inside, because outside is just reflection from here within, and everything is already there. Everything, all the guidance, all the knowledge, everything. You don't need, like the plant, the experiment with the plant, everything is already contained within you. We are like a cup already full, already complete, already. There is no more that we need to add from outside. It's already everything inside of us. We just need to allow it to show us the magic, to tap into our full magic.
Oh my God.
And that is like you say, yes, so important to clear the passages, the inner channels, to not congest the body, to really stop this program that we lack something, that we need to be ingesting food, putting stuff, adding stuff. It's also such a complication that is totally unnecessary. Imagine how free is life when you realize you don't need to count calories, you don't need to worry about how many minerals are you taking today, or am I having enough B12 now that I am vegan? You know, all this crap, really. It really makes everything so easy, flowing. And this is the truth. The truth is simple, it's easy. You don't even need to use complicated languages or words combinations to express it, you know. You are born with it, you are born knowing, you know. Children, they even, by looking at you, they transmit this truth. You already are born also knowing how to breathe. You don't need to learn again how to breathe, you know. You just need to allow this natural flow of your own. Put everything back in order, because it has been disorganized because of what we have been corrupting ourselves by putting stuff that truly don't belong into this perfect machine, you know. And it takes a time, and you need to allow it to happen. Understand the detox is gonna be tough, sometimes confusing, but trust. That's the key word, to trust and surrender, and just keep going until the end, until you see the whole picture. Don't give up before you see the whole picture.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna surprise you. Let yourself be surprised by you, by life, by you, by your own power, your own divinity.
Oh my God, that's such an important message. Thank you for bringing that up, because if I had given up after doing urine therapy for a year, I would have probably I wouldn't have healed my cystic acne still now, because I kept going, and it was the third year. I said I'm gonna do an Oran fast, and I did a 4-day Oran fast, and then I finally cleared it up, cleared my skin. And it was, you know, patience was key, consistency was key,
Yeah.
you know, just being like you said, like trusting in yourself, and you know, knowing that it's gonna happen, the healing is gonna happen. You just have to drink as much as you can, and like bring it from every portal of yours.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's really the key. Because when I think I also want to ask this about this to you, because like I see it like this, like to be able to wash a car, like you can't just have one single cup and wash the whole car, right? You need to have a bucket. And it's the same thing with
Exactly.
our bodies. Like we have this mass, this physical mass, and it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
okay like just to drink 1 cup a day. Like we need a certain amount of water, this elixir, to ingest, and then it does the job. I mean, it does it even with 1 drop, but to be able to get into the deeper levels, like we really have to drink as much as we can, and do enemas and all the other like modalities, like whole body rubs and so on. So
Yes, and your body itself is gonna guide you through that, because your body is gonna produce the exact amount that you need, and in the intensity, in the frequency that you need for it to wash itself. Like I notice when I go back to polluting my body with heavy stuff, with cooked food, immediately my body starts producing so much urine, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to
oh
keep on drinking all this. But it's the best. It's the best, because then right away my intestines are dumping everything, clearing out, and maybe I am having to drink like up to a gallon. My body is producing so much for 2-3 days, but then it stops, you know,
yeah.
provided I also stop ingesting the bad food, the cooked food, no?
Uh-huh.
And then it stabilizes. And sometimes in the beginning of my practice, when I decided, okay, I'm gonna do this experiment and just drink everything, I'm gonna let my body guide me, and whatever my body is producing, every drop of it, I'm gonna just drink it. Back then I didn't know that about diet. My diet was not so good, but I started drinking, and it kept like, oh, so much, and it never stopped for 2-3 months. I was like, oh, when is this gonna go down? I thought, oh, my goodness. But that was very much needed also for me to start. By clearing all the toxicity, I started having better understanding and making the connection with my soul, and then automatically I started changing my diet without reading anything from books. It came just naturally that I gravitated towards other types of foods, and I left other. And so we have everything, all the guidance is within. Just let the body guide you, because the body is the soul as well, you know. The soul is actually the master of the director there, the master of ceremonies, the one dictating every move, because the soul is what gives every cell the breath of life. And this is the consciousness that runs through you. So let your body, let your soul guide you. And you are in the best hands. You are really in the best hands. There's nothing you can do wrong. Just allow yourself to take charge, your soul to take charge, and just follow it.
Oh, that's
Trust.
beautiful. Yes, absolutely. And with the diet, it's really, it's all about like, it's, I mean, we are what we eat in terms of food and energy and thoughts and feelings, but we are also what we don't put our bodies. You know, once you clean up the junk, even that like clears up the space so much. And yes, our soul is really the guide. And I read this the other day where it said in the Buddhism, Eastern philosophies and religions, it's considered that the soul comes into the body on the 49th day uh, during the, like in the fetus. And then when you look at like medicine, Western medicine, it's considered that the pineal gland, some call it pineal gland, is formed on the 49th day. So they
Mm-hmm.
are both on the same day, like when the soul reincarnates to the body, and then when the pineal is formed. So I think, you know how you say soul is the guidance, like soul is the guide, and like I think I see this pineal pineal gland as a like a gate to the soul, and almost and also like a seat to the soul. And
Yeah.
one of the beautiful things about Oran therapy is like when you start drinking this golden elixir, it's like it's mixing with your blood, of course, and pineal gland is the biggest organ and gland in the body that gets the most flow of blood. So then this elixir starts, it's like this is, if this is the gland, there are two arteries that are going around the pineal gland, and this like elixir is like constantly rolling around it, cleaning the pineal gland. And it's like, you know, this gate that we have for the soul is getting cleaner and cleaner, and you're getting better inner guidance that you were talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
not only like urine is a perfect biofeedback to you of what you're eating, because if you're eating salty, and then your urine is going to be salty, when you drink it, it's like, oh, I don't like my urine to be salty for some reason, and I'm like, okay, I have to quit salt. You know, it's like the perfect biofeedback. But also when you're like pineal gland is getting cleaner, everything, like you're starting to really create from inside out. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things, because like you said, everything around us is our reflection, and like we are a microcosm of the macrocosm, and like we are a reflection of everything around us. And when we clean up this inner terrain, then everything around us just becomes like starts getting more beautiful. We start
Very
creating
clear.
inside
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything turns so clear.
Yeah.
Crystal clear. As you clear yourself inside, everything outside it turns clear, crystal clear. Your thoughts also, have you noticed that your thoughts become much faster?
Yeah.
You connect the dots so like, woo, like
Yeah.
you become more intelligent.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, you just need to try it out. Someone was asking there, how about kidney filtration? All this talk about, oh, your urine is having sediments and dumping waste. The kidneys take care of that. Yeah,
Mhm.
well, I have a long post about it in my Facebook page. You can go check there, put on the search engine kidney
Mhm.
filtration, and then you're going to read all about it. But in a short nutshell, I can say that the sediments that you see in your urine are just
Mhm.
a very minute part of the content in urine, and it's because there is so much waste in your whole body. Yes, and it's gonna be reflected in your blood as well, but it's such a minute part. And on top of that, there you have to realize that there is 99% or more than 90% is all these wonderful substances that are not waste. And even this little part of waste, which are the sediments that I normally discard when I am letting the sediments come to the bottom of the
Mhm.
container for aging my urine, I use only the clear part. But there is nothing wrong in the sediments if you re-ingest, if you happen to re-ingest it or reabsorb it through the skin. If you put it on your skin, this urine with sediments, your body is capable of or discarding it again. It's very easy. It's a perfect recycling machine, so you don't need to worry about these little sediments. Actually, you should worry about this big heavy stuff that you are eating every day, you know, of these little waste residues from the food that you have eaten previously. It's a piece of cake for for the body to get used. And the function of the kidneys is actually blood regulation, water regulation, not
Excretion.
I mean, every organ in the body is also like a filter. When you are putting so much waste inside of the body, it's a teamwork. Every organ is helping to accommodate things, to solve the situation. So at some point, every organ is gonna also filter or store some packages of waste for later, for the body to deal later with them, no? And such can be also the function. Sometimes the kidneys doing the same, and you don't need to really worry about it. It's
I mean,
whatever is waste is gonna come. In my experience, I have seen it's not coming. That's not the elimination channel, the urine, but it's coming through the sweat. It's coming through the skin. The skin is the largest organ of elimination. Whatever is coming out of the kidneys, there is the lymphatic system is another set of veins that they carry the waste. And where do the lymphatic system ends? On the skin. It goes. Those are pathways, highways that end on the skin, on the surface of the skin. And you can literally see and feel how your skin starts, like from every pore, it starts coming out this kidney filtration, or these sediments. They really literally start coming out. And the best is to free these pathways. And how do you free them the most efficiently? That's how I experienced, with the help of the H urine on the skin. It really clears all these pathways, and then you can see and observe much better, see much clearly all these things taking place inside of the body. You know, don't rely so much on what books say, or the science, the industry have told us how the body works. Observe your own body and learn from direct experience. And to observe better, your machine needs to be clean. Then you can see much more crystal clear every function, everything that is taking place. And to clean the machine, really the best is fast, and with the additional help of aged urine. I tell you, I really ask everyone who really wants to take this seriously, to really wants to come to the truth, to do even one session of whole body rubs with 4-day-old urine for 2 hours. Really take your time like a scientist, and you are the science, to observe. Because I tell you, the first time I did this, and it was my first week doing the urine therapy, and I was probably your age, Tuğçe. I was 23, you know, 20-something.
Do you think I'm 23? I'm 34.
You look at oh my God, you look like 16.
And you
so
don't
awesome.
look above 40 at all. You look like in your 20s or 30s.
Thank you.
But I am 34, going on 35.
Wow, and growing younger and younger now with this tool in your hands.
Yeah, with this tool.
And yet at 23, I was also suffering like you with not cystic acne, but with the menstruation pain, with cysts in my uterus, and my body was, because my lifestyle was never really very healthy. So I needed some serious detox work, and 2 hours rubbing my body, really like frictioning with my hands, using the H urine, really going through my hair and then everywhere, covering my whole body for 2 hours with this 4-day-old urine. And little slightly warm up. I heated it up. It makes it more comfortable to do this experiment. No,
Absorbable, yeah.
I saw the magic. I couldn't believe. I saw how my body started dumping out the trash through every single pore of my body. Wow, that showed me really more than drinking the urine and feeling like, oh, where is this energy coming from? You know, more than that, it was that experience with the 4-day-old urine, 2 hours whole body rubs, that showed me wow, this is like unparalleled, like wow, something so powerful. I don't think it exists somewhere else, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this power is in me. And that was what really convinced me to, oh, I need to keep on researching this through my own experience. I need to keep doing this every day. And
Mm-hmm.
then I could see much more, you know. You become
Yeah.
like a real scientist of your life, and you
Mm-hmm.
really learn the truth. Really, don't pay attention, actually unlearn everything that you have been
Learn.
taught by
Mm-hmm.
mainstream science, kidney filtration, all this stuff. Because the people also who teach this, even though they are also trying to get to the bottom of the truth,
Mm-hmm.
they might be misinterpreting it, you know. Don't listen to people who don't practice the urine therapy that urine is waste, because they don't know. How can they know if they've never tried it?
I
You
mean,
know.
I think like literally, like I don't even, I mean, we see kidneys as a regulatory organ. It's not even an excretory organ. So I don't even see the sediments in the urine as a waste, because like, you know, there are so many like reports that, you know, they prove that there are stem cells in there. There's DMT, you know. It's like even that portion to me feels like it's a medicine, you know. I don't necessarily drink it, or like that gooey portion of it, which I should. I think it wouldn't do anything. I mean, it has DMT and all the stem cells, but I use it during my enemas. Like I just pour the whole bottle, and I'm sure it's helping a lot, because I mean, it's proved that urine is sterile. So how can there be even like a little bit of waste? I think even that portion should be like clean, and something in there should be working for us, for our good, you know. There are so many people who like dry that part and then crystallize it and then snort it, and they say, you know, they report that like it's a DMT, it gives you a DMT effect, it gets you, you know, it reminds you who you are and all these amazing things. So, and I know like Dr. Morris, whom I'm coming from his school, the detoxification school, and he always talks about kidney filtration, and he sees it as a waste. But like you said, I mean, like I think the pudding is in the proof. The people who are practicing it show the results. And I've talked to Dr. Morris about this so many times, because like I've seen him in the festivals after I started oral therapy, and I told him like, Dr. Morris, please, like, listen, like I healed my irregular periods just by drinking 1 cup a day for a month, and I was on glandulas and tinctures for a year, and it was still not helping me, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, everyone I think has, you know, every guru has their blind spot, and it's okay. Like, not everyone has to see everything. I mean, it would be wonderful if he promoted it, but it's okay. But then you are your own guru for that reason. Like you said, you have
Yeah.
to be your own scientist. You have to be observing your own body and experimenting with everything you can. You know, whole body rubs are such a big part of it, because I remember fasting on aged and fresh urine together for like 4 or 5 days. This is after the very first one, and I was like feeling so lethargic towards the end. I was like hardly getting up from the bed, and like literally like crawling. I was low blood sugar, like
Oh
I
yeah.
had like black vision, and I was like, oh, what's going on? Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to continue anymore. And then my friends suggested that I do like a whole body rub, and I started rubbing it, and all of a sudden I got this amazing energy that I was like feeling so happy, and like I had like energy to get up and go again. And that like proved me how much, like you said, the endings of our lymphatic system are all on our under our skin. So you
Yeah.
absorb it all into your lymphatic system, and then you clean it up, and all the, you know, the toxins are either given out by breath or feces by colon, and then or sweat by skin. So yeah, it's a very big part of it, and thank you for bringing that up, because sometimes, I mean, it's mentioned in the Water of Life, the book Water of Life, where, you know, John Armstrong was putting people into like 40-day urine fast, but he was mentioning it over and over, like, this does not work if you're not doing the body rubs. It has to be worked in conjunction, and they work synergistically, and yeah, it's such a big part of it.
Yeah, it's really, if I have to choose one way of practicing the urine therapy, it would be hands down the whole body rubs, absorbing it through the skin, because it really reaches all your cells at once. So you treat holistically your body, and you experience, oh my God, the experience that you have is like another level. Really, I tell everyone, if you really want to know the truth of urine therapy, if you really want to know the power, go for the age stuff, you know, 4 days, just 4 days, and whole body through the skin, and take really your time to do it at least 1 hour. Oh, I tell you, you will see.
You're gonna see some results.
Yes.
Which is, I think this is a perfect answer to one of the questions that I got from one of the followers, because she said, I've been practicing urine therapy for such a long time, but I've been dabbling with a viral issue. How can I get any better? And I think maybe this might be the missing link.
Yeah.
It's okay to drink it and work systematically, but also topically, like applying this aged urine through your skin is so important.
So important,
Because
we have been clogging our body systematically for so many years. Our immune system is there, you know, it's blocked unless we start cleansing these pathways where the body can free itself from what is doing it wrong, what is really preventing the experience of full health. So this is really crucial, and nothing gets the work done like the aged urine through the skin, really massaging it. And you're gonna feel at the beginning it's gonna be really tough. If your pathways are really clogged and you have a lot of toxicity there stuck in the tissues or in the channels, you're gonna feel like itchy, like when you go and do jogging or do a really intense gym work. You also feel like, oh, everything starts to itch, like, oh, because your circulation starts moving, and then you know that this is detox, no?
Right.
And this happens without the need to go and sweat it out at the gym. This happens in the first 5 minutes. I tell you, it's so powerful. Nothing, I don't know anything, not even a sauna, nothing gets it done so quickly. In 5 minutes, you start this itchy, but get through that, really push through that. Allow yourself to see the whole picture by continuing, because I tell you, even if it's driving you crazy, this itch in the beginning, while you continue for the next 5 minutes, it eases, it goes down, and then it's like, whoa,
and then
you feel like flowing. And then this energy you feel inside, and this happiness, and all of a sudden you are really like you have taken a happy pill. You're on drugs, you want to dance. Yes, and ideas, inspiration. It's so beautiful.
Oh, that's really beautiful. And that's what I call my morning urine. You know, I call it my happiness pill, because every time when I drink, especially the morning urine, something in it, I don't know if it's the hormones that are secreted throughout the night, the melatonin, serotonin, everything. I drink it, and it's like, oh, it's giving me so much bliss. But I want to ask you, what do you think? Like, I did a like pretty simple test at home the other week, and you know, all the waters came out like positively charged, and the fresh urine was negatively charged. It was around -50, and then the aged one was even more negatively charged, which was like -80. Do you think that's where the power of aged is coming? or is it also like the stem cells, the multiplication of all the
Yeah,
good
it's
stuff
all of
in it?
conjunction of things, of course, the
Mm-hmm.
stem cells and but beyond that, beyond the physical aspect is
Mm-hmm.
the frequency, the energetic aspect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what for me, after all
Mm-hmm.
these years,
Yeah.
you know what really heals? The number one
Love.
thing, love.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Love. Love is now number one on my list. Practice love. Be love. This is the universal medicine.
Yeah.
And what urine therapy does, besides it being love, like a physical manifestation, liquid love, yeah,
Yeah.
because it vibrates at that, because it's so pure, it
Mm-hmm.
can really translate the energy of the soul, which is love. This is our essence, and
I love
the
that.
purer the water, yes, the more it can carry the energy. And
Uh-huh.
that is the energy that we
Oh
are
my God.
love,
This
you
is
know.
such a beautiful explanation.
Yes,
I
yes.
love it because I always say we come from love, we are made with love, we are made up of love, we
Yeah,
move with love and we heal with love. That's
yeah,
like the key. And I mean, it's amazing to be able to make that connection that your water is love, and that's what's actually healing you. It's not really the physicality, but it's the energy of the
yeah.
elixir. And
Yeah,
it's
and
such
this energy creates all the rest. Out of this energy, all of creation has sprouted out of love.
mm-hmm.
So don't even worry about what's in the urine. Is it the stem
Yeah,
cells, or is it the
it
negative
doesn't even
ions, and
matter.
how many are there?
Yeah,
It's the energy, and
right.
you are love, and really, really put that on your list, the number one medicine on your list, and practice to do. The number one therapy is remember your love, and remember to just check in with you every single moment, if you can, really every single second of your day. Am I being love? And how much love am I being now? Am I
Yeah,
disconnecting from love, or okay, now go back to love, Monica,
yeah. Oh my
because
God.
this is what's gonna rejuvenate you, heal
Yeah.
you, just bring all, love
Oh my
created the
God.
whole world. So you have the world in your hands when you are in this vibration.
Yeah. I mean, love created the whole world, and also urine really creates the baby, the amniotic fluid. It's a
Uh-huh.
baby. It makes a person. It makes a human being in just 9 months. I mean, it's also the consciousness of the mother's body and the
Yeah.
embryo and everything. But it makes that environment, creates that environment in the mother's
Yeah.
womb to create a human. I mean, the first three
Yes.
months the baby drinks the fetus drinks the mother's urine, and then the last 6 months it drinks its own urine. The baby drinks its own urine. It makes a human. I mean, it's so powerful. And
Yeah.
imagine when you're drinking it and drinking it and drinking it, it's like I mean, it has the power to make a human in 9 months. And imagine what it's doing to you inside in just a couple of months, in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years. It's like it's creating so much magic in you and
Yeah.
regenerating you and literally probably making you immortal too.
Yeah, of course. There you see so many clues pointing in the same direction. It is love.
Absolutely.
Really, the most important thing is love, and everything comes from love. A baby is born out of love, the act of
Yeah.
love. And what is the first element that comes is created is this water, because the pure water is gonna carry this energy. And that's why your urine, when you drink it, you are reminded of this love that you are. That's so
Yeah.
important. Also, why to keep on drinking no matter what. And also when you are feeling emotionally not good, disgusted, or have
Mm.
a disillusion or an anger or whatever happened in your life that is stressing you, when I go and drink my urine,
Oh,
it's gonna be maybe bitter and
no.
disgusting, but I drink it and my emotions are
Yeah. Oh
totally
my
in
God.
balance.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like no, you don't need any therapy. You don't need nothing, really.
Nothing.
Just drink your urine right away and experience it for yourself.
Oh
Really.
my God. Yes.
It's that
Okay.
simple.
And that is literally the reason why I still do it every day. Even if I don't have something to necessarily heal physically, I do it for the emotional reasons, because I noticed when I'm not drinking, I may get like easily irritated or angry, like upset about something. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't been drinking my water for, you know, this many hours. And then I drink it, and in my mind, I put it like this. So when I drink it, it immediately takes me to the bathroom, right? It's like the food in me
Yeah.
fizzles, and then I need to go
You
to the
dump the
bathroom.
garbage out.
You dump the garbage. And then I see it as like, you know, we are always connected to the universe, and we're bringing this universal energy through our crown. And then when these lower chakras, the first and the second one, get cleansed with the, you know, going to the bathroom and just releasing the matter that casts a shadow on your light body, you know, when you get rid of that, it's like, you know, here it's already open, and then the down parts are already open, and then this energy, almost like the ether energy and then the earth energy, are like connected at the heart. And then you feel so much in your heart, you feel so much love, you are able to forgive people more. It's like you feel in the present moment, and like being in the present is being in love anyway, but
Yeah.
those two like
Beautiful.
just come together. And then I noticed that, you know, the ether and earth merging at the heart space, at the heart, they're actually like all made up of the same letters, you know, ether, heart,
Yes.
and earth.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're all
Yeah.
actually the same thing, but they're like merging here at the heart space. And I think like really if you're gonna get like, I mean, if you want to get like just one benefit, that would be definitely it. Like feeling in the present moment and feeling in the heart. That's like, I think, the most beautiful benefit that we
Yeah.
get
Is
from.
to empty yourself, to allow space for this energy, which is your soul, which is your true essence. It's actually in you. It's not coming from outside. It's supported maybe because as without, so within, is a reflection. Anyways, we are all connected, but it's really in you. You don't need to worry about, oh, am I receiving from the sun or from the ether or from you are it. The center is here. Really, you are
Yeah, your
everything,
soul
you
is
know?
it. Yeah. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's
And
true.
just clear, really erase, delete, clear, get rid of what is not you, what should not be in your body. Go back, return back to the perfect, pristine, original nature, which is
Mm-hmm.
just the body as a perfect, already whole machine, or perfect and complete by design. You don't
Mm-hmm.
need to put apples or something else inside, you know. The machine is completed, has all its parts. You don't, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like you need to put another kidney or another, or an apple, or a, no, the machine has all its components, and it's to process the energy, your own energy, your love,
Uh-huh.
your and that's what makes the machine run. And then you have a blast, a
Yeah.
wonderful experience of life.
Oh my God. I'm
Just
glad
make room, make
that.
room.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's not, well, I shouldn't even be thinking about, you know, merging energies from ether and earth, because we are it. We are really the
Yeah,
source. We are that pineal
exactly.
gland we have is like the soul gate, and that's what love is anyway. And I don't know if you're familiar with the book of Man's Higher Consciousness from Hilton Hotima, but he was
Yes, yes.
talking about how, you know, in the ancient times, like people used to live up to 80,000 years, and when they were not ingesting any food or liquid or water, but when they incorporated water in their diet, their lifespan came down to 1,000 years. And then
Wow.
when they incorporated the fruit, it came down to 300. And then once they started eating, you know, fruits, vegetables, and other stuff like meat and so on, it came down to like 60, 70. And like you said,
Wow.
like we are actually perfect the way we are, but it's just
Yeah.
because we have this addiction of eating from the very start.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's hard to let it go. But I think urine is really allowing us to tap into that breatharianism phase. You know, it's clearing
Yeah,
up the
yeah,
body so much that we feel like
right
we need
away.
less and less, and then yeah, we're like tasting it, you know, tasting the
Yeah, yeah. I remember the first time I drank my first tall glass of urine, I had absolutely no
desire
hunger,
to,
and that was
yeah,
a first for me. I was always like thinking of breakfast even without stepping out of bed, you know, what am I going to eat? And that morning I didn't eat, and I was like, okay, let's skip breakfast. And it was already 10 in the morning, and I woke up at 4 because my bladder was so full of urine, you know. But I drank it, and it was from 4 till 10. 6 hours had passed, and I was still satiated. I was still very imbalance, my emotions, because emotions are also what drives you to eat, you know. It's an emotional thing, eating, the addiction to food, you know. It's
yeah.
because you cannot cope with these emotions, and so you want to numb your emotions with something, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
my emotions were totally very stable. I was at peace, I was meditating, and no hunger at all. And then okay, don't eat even at noon, and it was already noon, and I had to pee again, and I decided, let's drink it again. And so I discovered through that the best food was my urine, the best superfood. So simple. I don't need to worry about, you know, buying food, preparing food. Oh my God, I already have everything in me. My body is giving it to me, and I feel the best with this, the best.
Mm-hmm.
No addictions. It's so easy. It's like you say, is the bridge to breatharianism, the bridge to really accelerate your self-discovery and
Mm-hmm.
liberate yourself, the bridge to liberation, to really access it in a very fast speed way, really.
Absolutely.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
freedom, freedom of food, freedom of medicine, freedom of supplements,
yeah,
freedom,
freedom of money, because
freedom
you
of
don't even
money.
need to make money. For what are you making money? Are you working? Are you worrying about, you know, because mainly is to pay for your addiction of food, you know. But
Exactly.
once you free yourself from this food addiction, then you realize also, I don't need money, I don't need, because also when you are so step into your full power, you are so self-sufficient in your body, you don't feel cold, you don't feel heat, your body adapts so much quicker to the external environment. Actually you start enjoying. I was before someone who hated the cold, and I was freezing, like a
Mm-hmm.
very poor circulation. But when I started doing the whole body rubs and freeing my channels and allowing the energy to flow again normally through my body, I realized, oh my God, I don't need anymore to cover myself, to put sweaters.
Wow.
And also when there is intense heat, I am not suffering, I'm not suffocating, I'm regulating. My body regulates so quickly. So then you realize you don't even need shelter. The whole world becomes your house.
House.
It's perfect. And you enjoy every season, every atmosphere, every condition. You become free. Really, this is your ticket to freedom, ultimate freedom.
Wow. This is so
Mm-hmm.
inspiring for me because I'm still like that. Like I have no resistance to cold. I get so cold in the, especially in the hands and feet. It's probably still some blockages, you know, but I'm
Yeah,
definitely
try
gonna,
that. Try that.
yeah,
Every
try
day
the
for
cold.
21
Yeah.
days. I did it for 3 months. It took me 3 months to really get the full, the full complete process,
Mm-hmm.
to really reach to the other side where I was, like a new body, a whole new body. I was not anymore having poor circulation. I remember I even had veins, like when I put my hands like this,
Mm-hmm.
my veins came like really strong, and it was not looking nice, like Angelina Jolie hands, you know, with this very and it's also a sign of poor circulation, of a lot of blockages, and that changed, even that changed. Or any varicose veins, any circulation problem, circulatory problem, with 1 hour every day of whole body rubs, really every day, After 3 months, I had also my muscles grew without going to the gym. I toned muscles. It showed me that it's all in cleansing the body for it to reach to its perfect shape without even the need to do anything, you know?
Yeah.
It automatically, and the color also changed of my skin. The color turned so beautiful, like oh, this caramel and this shine. Like people used to come and touch me, like, have you painted yourself? Like, what did you put? You know, you spray, brush your, and no, nothing. It's coming from within, and it's a shine also from within. You start glowing, really, because you are energy. You are this glow. You are this shine. You are this love.
Oh my God. I think I experienced that before. People were asking me like if I'm using a bronzer or something, and I was like, no, I'm just putting my urine on my skin. And I was sunbathing, and my skin for the first time that summer became like golden. I don't know, it was like caramel, like actually, like
caramel.
I have pictures on Instagram, and I even have comments like, your skin looks so golden and so on. But it's I mean, it doesn't only make you, like you said, golden on the skin, but it also makes you shine from within. And you know how
there is a light coming from your eyes.
And you know how alchemy is considered as like turning lead into gold. I think that's what's happening, you know, when the pineal gland is calcified and it's like a lead. It's actually supposed to be this juicy gland, you know. The urine is cleaning it all up, and it's becoming juicy, and it starts glowing from within, and it becomes golden. Not only your skin, your whole self, your eyes, everything becomes golden.
This is why babies also, they glow naturally, because they come out of this water. They have been bathing in urine, in aged urine, for 9 months, and you can return to that perfect glow. Oh, amazing skin, baby skin, and like at the magnetism, you know, babies attract, like, because they are pure love. They are so pure in their bodies that they emanate this love, and they attract the same, you know. They reflect, the outside world reflects your inner world. And that's why babies, everyone loves babies. Everyone will do everything for babies. Like a baby, you give everything to the baby. So if you want to receive everything in life, that life needs pour all the love out of all directions, just clean your body, use the urine to go reach faster to that baby like pure innocent state.
Exactly.
You can do it.
They're coming right from the source and right from the pool of Orin. So they are glowing all the way. And this reminds me how, because I got all these questions from some friends, you know, who wanted to ask you about like your beauty routine, because you know, we can use aged Orin as like a toner, an exfoliator, moisturizer, sunscreen, as body lotion, and like so many things. So
simple. Life becomes so simple. I don't need any of products from anyways, I was not and like to buy products and use creams and stuff. And when I realized, oh my God, my urine is even better than all of that, and for free, and it's so simple. Oh baby, that's all I use. Everything, every day. I am even now doing the experiment, and I shared some in my Facebook. I really advise everyone to go to my Facebook, because I have been posting there. I have filled up a whole bathtub, just a plastic big container with urine, and let it age for a couple of months, and then I am soaking my whole body. That's my favorite
Wow.
beauty routine
That-
every day.
That's my dream. I told about this to my husband.
That was always my dream, and I said, why not do it once and for all? Monica, you have been talking about this idea for so many years. Just do it, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, let's do it. And oh my God, Tuğçe, that is the ultimate, really. When I am there, I can just chill, you know. I also heat it up a little bit with water, like in Maria bath. I don't know if you call it in English, but it's like this big bucket is inside of a much bigger bathtub that I have out of wood. So I pour the hot water in the big bathtub, and it's heating the urine with in this container naturally, you know. So it's not coming to a very high. It's always, you have your urine like you treat your cells, your body, so you don't let it go too hot that it can burn you, you know. It's like your baby. It's really your baby. Those are your stem cells, you know, your DNA. So it goes warm a little bit more than body temperature, but it's comfortable, and the urine is not suffering. It's still alive. And I just go in there and I can chill for hours. I take my iPhone and I'm just replying to comments or whatever, or listening to a podcast. Yes.
It's amazing. Oh my God. And you don't even have to rub it on your body because it's warm. It's already soaking. You're already
it's
in
already
it,
going
and
inside.
you just don't have to do anything. You just have to sit there and absorb the oh my God,
that's like you
so
were doing in the womb. You are emulating the experience in the womb. And you also remember, so you start making connections, like you are transported to that place and that state, you being a completely free of indoctrination being, like totally in tune with your true self, with God, with divinity consciousness, and you start remembering and being also all that love, all that joy. Is like, all of a sudden I feel like, oh my God, I cannot contain so much joy, so much happiness.
Oh my God.
Can this be even more intense? I mean, oh my God.
Wow.
It's a party.
Like going back to the womb. And the system you created is so perfect, because I was always thinking like I should just, because I was imagining this like outdoor pool where I can like cover and open and collect my urine in there and bathe in it. But then like we don't have an outdoor space, and I was thinking, how can I do this? But the system you created is perfect, because you can literally get any bucket you can fit in, and then you can just fill the outside with even if it's like tap water. If it's hot water, it will heat it. You don't have to touch the tap water. You just hop in the little bucket, the smaller bucket, and you get the best benefits. That's such a brilliant idea. That's so smart.
And you can also, if you want to pee, you pee in it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And it's even
you
easy to
peeing
save
in
it.
Exactly. And
sorry.
Someone was asking there how much I eat, or how is my diet nowadays, or how many times a week I eat. And I tell you, when I started doing this soaking in bathtub for several hours each day, maybe up to 4 hours, sometimes even 5 hours, because it's so easy. I'm chilling, you know. No hunger. It was straight, really my ticket to breatharianism, like absolutely no hunger and so much joy, no emotions, no trigger of emotions that I want to eat something, you know, to numb myself down. So I started fasting automatically, and I went 5 days, almost 6 days, totally not even water, just drinking my urine, a little bit of aged urine, and doing this whole body rubs, soaking in this bathtub. And from there I continued, just adding a little bit of coconut water, maybe once a day or once every 2 days, and like that it has been very easy for me to continue fasting. But right now I am taking it easy. Like I know that I already know that it is a big lie, that nutritional there's nothing that I need to put inside of my body. I know, I have seen it. I have been 3 months not eating anything solid. So
Wow.
during this time I was experimenting and seeing the science in me, and how my body, yeah. So for me there is no doubt, but I still want to experience a little bit my, you know, I want to say goodbye to this relationship in my own terms. Like I don't want to be pushing through that, because it's a beautiful experience, and I know that once I reach the bridge, the other side, I'm not gonna look back. So
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, this is gonna be my last
Your last phase of eating. I feel
yeah.
that, you know, I'm in the same place, because I went with such little food for such a long time. But then I was like, okay, I want to go back to eating again and incorporating more salads and rolls and stuff. And then I did it, and I saw the difference. But like, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
You learn more, no, because you see the detox, you see the effects, you do it, but with another conscious, with full consciousness.
Yeah.
And it's good to experiment again, to see how your body doesn't want that, and that happens to me. Maybe that's what you wanted to share, that your body
Yeah.
shows you
Like,
that, oh no, don't.
yeah, I remembered what I wanted to say. So it's, yeah, exactly. Gets you like a great point of reference, but also like I feel like breatharianism is not something to be pushed, you know. I
Yeah.
see it almost like a side effect, because you learn how to bring in energy from other sources, like through your energy channels that you talked about, you know, through the air, through the breath work, through doing qigong, tai chi, maybe yoga. Once you learn how to bring in energy from other ways, then eating becomes unnecessary, and you don't need to do it. Like you don't even feel the hunger, because you're already getting your energy through sun gazing, through your breath work and all the other forms. And but as
You
long as,
are energy, you are that,
yeah, yeah,
you already are it.
you already are it. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Or
you're just allowing it to flow better, because you're unclogging your pathways. That's the only thing that you need to worry about, or at least in my case, I have seen. Just cleanse, keep on cleansing, Monica. Keep on pushing through the detox. Don't worry about the discomfort. Just keep on pushing, and then the magic will just show. My body will show it to me. I am energy. The
right.
energy has always been in me, inside of me. I don't need to look for, not even in the sun, not even, no external source. I am actually all these external things, the sun, the stars, the air, the ether, the whatever, is a reflection of me. It's a creation of me. It comes from my own energy. It comes from this divine presence that is love. Love creates everything. And so you are the embodiment of this love. It's thanks to this love to you that the whole world exists. So don't put your power outside in the sun or
Yeah.
whatever. You are it.
Yeah, I always
Remember.
thought like I am the conduit of energy, where I bring in the universal energy in my body, but I'm also like the generator of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're the
like the
creator.
creator.
Really.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is no distance. The only distance between God and you is the same distance between you and yourself.
absolutely.
Let that sink in.
Yes. No, I'm totally on point with that. I always give this example. Like when you cut a piece of apple from the apple, that little piece is still an apple. That it's not an
Yeah.
extension of the apple, it's not a piece of the apple, it's not a part of the apple, it's still an apple. And that's what I see ourselves as, you know. I don't see myself as an extension of God, extension of source, a part of source, an extent, like a part of, or like a piece of source. No, like we are the source, we are the gods and goddesses. And like Rumi has a quote where he says, you are not a drop in the ocean, but you are the entire ocean in a drop. Like you're the
Yes.
entire
Yes.
consciousness, entire source in this body, in this
Yes,
little
yes.
body you have.
Exactly, because you're more than the body. You think you're just the body? No,
No.
you are everything that you see.
Yeah.
All of this is your own creation. You start tapping into this awareness, into this truth. You start really seeing it very crystal clear. I tell you, when you start cleansing your body, just worry about cleansing, continue your cleansing, doing the fasts, and then you will get to this awareness. You will get to that. Just trust the process.
Absolutely.
And Rumi, by the way, Rumi, did you know that he was also not eating?
Oh,
He used to be.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So many clues that you can find outside, because outside is also always speaking to us. It's our own soul speaking to us, showing us, guiding us also from outside. But from within as well, you know. But once you start not seeing yourself separated from everything you see outside, then when you learn from something outside, it's not that you are putting your power away from you, because you are coming from a different awareness, from a different standpoint, where you don't see any separation. So to me, you is me, is my soul, you know, speaking to me. You are God speaking to me as much as I am God speaking to me, and everything is God speaking to me. And this sofa I'm sitting in is also giving me the same guidance. Like there is no separation, there is no difference. Yeah, it's a wonderful game. It's a wonderful life, turns into pure magic.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are unique expressions of the same source, which is why your name is Another You. I love that. I love seeing that every time I message you. It's like Another You. And that's why my name is a goddess, because I put that also to remind everyone, you know, that there are plasma gods and goddesses, because everyone has this fountain of youth within them, you know, and we are all one in to start with. So I have another question that I got from my lady friends, and that I want to ask you. And this is something that I had already on my list too. So it's my it's a question that I had too. And gentlemen, you can take a break or no, I'm just kidding.
Look up. Don't watch.
Just put the mute on. No, I'm just kidding. Stay, listen. So
is it a sexual question? Which position?
So you can stay. No, stay. You can. So you can tell your girlfriends, your mothers. You know, you can help them like that. It's about.
Oh, maybe you will learn something useful here.
Oh my god. This is about the menstruation blood, your moon blood. So I'm wondering if you're utilizing that in any way. I know a lot of women who put it on their face, use it as a face mask, but I'm more like wondering if you're drinking it. I had a couple of experiences myself, and I went into a huge detox. Like it was like drinking I don't know, a bottle of 1 year aged urine or something. It was like I drank it. It was like sweet, and I don't know. And then like in 10 minutes, I would say, like I got this like I wanted to like squeeze myself almost to get something out, you know. My whole body was aching, and then I had to do these like kundalini moves, you know, to move the energy. I did everything I can, like just for an hour long. And then I found some relief. Oh, I also went for a walk, and then I found some relief. That was my first time. And then so that I drank it the very first day of my period, of my cycle. And usually my cycle is like super light. It takes around like 3 or 4 days. But after drinking it, my cycle stopped. And then I didn't get it for the second, third, fourth day. And I was like, okay, like this must have detoxed me on such a deep level that it stopped.
That you don't need to bleed again to transport all the toxins out. I love that, Tuğçe, because I listened to that. You told this in your previous talk with Nick. And I took some notes because I wanted to tell you there. First of all, congratulations on using it. Yeah. And I think it came to me like you, with this act, you broke a program. Like maybe it's more than clearing blockages or toxic stuff in you. It was something mentally changed. You clicked, you made a click by loving yourself, you know, by accepting yourself to the deepest way. Because to me that was a challenge to when I used to collect my urine, and there was it was a pink urine, you know, with some blood of my menstruation. It was a challenge for me to drink that. So I really congratulate you, because this to me is a much more advanced level of self-acceptance, to drink your own menstrual blood. And I feel that you, in that moment, you like an act of magic, you freed yourself from a very deep programming that allowed you to heal instantly, like really shifting your body in such a way, but thanks to more to this energetic thing, that this act, this magic act of drinking from your blood, that your body was healed instantly, and it was very powerful. Yeah, because it takes a lot of mental a breakthrough in your mind, you know, to do that.
I mean, I did it on the 5th year of practicing Oran therapy, you know. It took me 5 years.
It took you a while, yeah. yeah. And the same goes for drinking urine. For some people, there is such a strong barrier, you know, because it's the highest also form of self-love, self-acceptance. People feel disgusted of their own bodies, of themselves, and if you can drink out of you, wow, how much more, you know, can you show that you truly accept you and love you and unconditionally, you know, you embrace you. So just that act of psychological magic is capable of shifting your whole experience of life. Really, it is magic. You are performing magic because you are that magic. You know, you get rid of these blockages of this programming, and it's really programming is what is keeping you from accessing your true self, your true power. You have to really free yourself from all this psychological conditioning. You slap the system in the face when you drink your urine, you know. We have been bombarded all the time. Wash your hands after using the toilet, like it's the waste, like it's the most radioactive waste, that you're gonna die, you know. My goodness. When it's totally the opposite. You are born in it, you're born practicing it. It's thanks to it that your body develops, and it's the most purest water that you can access. Is actually cleaner than tap water, than river water, than any food. Also, it's much cleaner. It's just the best for you. You don't need anything else. And I think that that made you stop the bleeding, because your whole body shifted. I stopped bleeding as well. I stopped so many years ago. I don't remember, but it was thanks to my continuous fasting, and that really I cleared my cysts. I had a lot of cysts in my uterus. They were all gone within 2 weeks of doing a very hard urine fast. And then from that moment on, because I also continued with the raw vegan food lifestyle and eating very little, then my period reduced to just a tiny drops, and then it vanished completely.
Wow.
And I know that I'm still fertile, I'm still ovulating, I still can, and I will. I plan to have many babies at some point, you know, but I don't need to rush, I don't need to hurry. Even though I am 47, I know that I can start with 65 if I want, you know.
Exactly.
I am immortal, you know.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
my
God.
husband too. We are keeping ourselves young and thriving, and the hormones. There is no expiration date for our organs or our
No.
functions or our bodies. No, forget about this. Also, all this programming, you have to get rid of that. Beliefs is all lies. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
you decide. You're free to choose to decide when and how, and take your time. I'm taking my time. I know I stopped bleeding because there is no more toxicity in my body. There is no more need to expel the toxins through the blood, and the blood is something precious. I'm still having the ovulation, I'm pretty sure, every month, but the body recycles the blood. It doesn't need to discard it because
Yeah.
it's something precious. And yeah, I don't worry about it.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. I think the original state of woman like is not having periods. I know a born fruitarian woman who is in her 40s, I believe. She never got her period, and she has
Yeah.
six kids. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's it, you know. I
There
still
you go.
get my cycle, like, but it's so light, so light. And every time I go on heavier foods, it gets heavier. It's so synced with.
Yeah.
But if
It shows you.
exactly. But if this is gonna help anyone, I wanna tell how I started drinking my moon blood,
Yes,
because
please.
the mentality shift that I like forced upon myself was not forced, but like, you know, experimented with, was I said to myself, you know, this blood is coming from the uterus. It's the, you know, the ovarian channel, and it's where the baby comes from. It can't be a waste. It can't be just because the body is excreting it. It can't be a waste. It can't be something that we have to get rid of. It's coming from the same channel that the life is coming from, the baby is coming from. And that's why I'm going to put this back in my body. So that was the mentality that I was, you know, following, if it's going to help anyone.
And then you had this amazing experience, like a DMT, you know?
Yes.
Because I heard this from other women who used to drink their period blood and menstruation blood, because they say there is DMT in there. At least they experience this effect of the drug, of like, wow, ecstasy.
Yeah.
I never tried it, I have to say. But I put it on my skin. Wow. The effect was so powerful, like the oldest age urine, the most powerful age urine that I have. It was such extent of the rejuvenation effect. It was an instant lift. Like I put it for just half an hour, and then I rinsed it, and then I looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, oh my God, I look like I have had a lift. Wow.
I mean, it has the ingredients that would help a baby grow. It's coming from
it's pure stem cells. It's free stem cell therapy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, like these like new facial places do the same thing. They take your blood and centrifuge it, and I think it's called PRP, I'm not sure, but then they put it back on your skin. That's pretty much your plasma, your urine, but it's even like more powerful. And I want to also say one more thing about the immortality thing. I truly believe like you will have multiple babies whenever you want to, whenever you're ready.
Yes.
You're already doing the work. And I read about this experiment where the scientist took a chicken heart cell. And you know, chickens only live around 8 to 10 years. But then what he was doing is removing the waste from the cell every day, just removing the waste from the cell. And he had this whole team. And then they were doing this every day. And they were able to make this chicken heart cell live for 28 years. 28 years.
Wow.
Which proves us that like the cell itself is already immortal. It already has the consciousness of immortality, as long as you remove the waste.
Yeah. And the body does this removal of waste all naturally by itself. You just need to stop putting more waste, because you burden the body with so much work that it cannot cope with all these packages that are coming non-stop of waste, you know. So it starts accumulating, and then it suffocates and dies.
Exactly.
You know, so you are killing yourself, literally.
The body already knows how to heal itself. It already has the consciousness, and it's already doing it, but we are like filling in so much you know, crap. But also urine is doing it for us once we are
I wanted to say that,
because urine is,
you know, what I see,
cleaning it up.
Exactly. You know, my wildest observation, now that I have this big bucket filled with urine, every day it creates, it separates, it's continuously cleansing itself. Every day I see a whole like a film on top of it, like when you see milk developing this mucus on top, you know, the how what's the name, the cream, no?
Like a fungus, right? It's like a
but it's not a fungus. It's something coming from the urine. It's the urine itself, because it's living. It's a living substance. It's like the body is alive. It's conscious. It's intelligent. There is wisdom. There is the soul also in there acting, and, you know, perfecting this body of water. You know, like in our body. So it is removing the waste, and just it where does the waste go? It wants to go out through the skin, but in the urine, in this bucket, there is no skin. So it just goes to the outside layer, you know, the most outside that it can reach. And then what I do is every day I use colander, and I scoop it out, like taking leaves from a pool, you know. I take it out, and then I see the urine is more crystalline, clear, and more powerful. Also, I see that it's still alive. It's much more effective. It's much more more energy running through, and it's much more potent, much more magical. When I took my next bath, I am, and also it keeps on detoxing, because when I take the bath, my skin, my body starts detoxing as well. And where does these toxins go? They go into this pool of urine,
right?
And the urine takes care of separating these toxins. So you really don't need to worry about the contaminants that can go into your urine. If you have containers aging outside, you don't need to worry about any, even if some flies put their eggs in there. Sometimes I have seen that even the eggs were hatched and there were little worms. I just take them out, because I know that the urine is very intelligent. It's gonna purify itself. It's gonna take the work itself. It knows how to do it, how to separate whatever is not good and is waste, and I can always trust that. And I have used that urine, no problem at all.
Right?
It's like the body. You are also not discarding the body because you have eaten a pizza or a burger before, right? You still know that your body, even though it has 5% of toxicity or even more, is still a wonderful machine, and it's taking care of itself, you know.
Because that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna release all my toxins there. I have to dump it and then collect it again. But no, because it's a living thing on its own, it cleanses itself, and then
it cleanses continuously.
Remove the top layer. That's such a brilliant idea. I love that. I'm gonna find a bucket that I can fit in. I'm already super tiny.
And what I do, you can do it. Yes, do it. Oh my God, do it. Oh, you're gonna love it. And what I do is, of course, I use always the same urine, and I'm never gonna discard it, because it's alive. Like I said, now repeating myself, but it takes care of purifying itself continuously, and forever young, forever immortal, and all that stuff, and perfecting, and, you know, reaching illumination, same as you. No? So after like maybe a week, I pour it into another container through a filter of cloth. because there is not just the waste that comes to the surface that I scoop it out, but there are sediments that sink to the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
And that also I separate. You mentioned that you're not afraid of sediments, and some people use it, sniff it or snort it, or I don't, because in my experience, I have seen that it's the sediments is the encapsulated toxins. Like, the body, how does this mucus forms in the body? It's the white blood cells that encapsulates the bacteria or toxins or whatever should not be in the body, in order to contain it, to control it, and to dump it out, and so this is the same taking place in the urine. And I see it very clearly. And some people don't understand it, they think, no, it's hormuz or it's something useful. But I have understood it because I have really taken my time to observe it and to really, understand, and by also trying it and testing it, becoming the scientist myself. And I realized the urine is full of stem cells. And these stem cells, some of them turn into white blood cells, as it's needed, when the body of water, the urine, is so intelligent, it recognizes there are toxicity here, there is toxins, there are waste residues, bacteria, whatever needs to be encapsulated. So, some stem cells, now you turn into white blood cells and you encapsulate them. And this is why these sediments sink to the bottom. They are white in color, and they are also like mucus. It's like the same mucus that your body uses to eliminate waste. So why would you put it back into you? Of course, it's okay. It's harmless if you put it back, because your body is so intelligent and so perfect, so efficient, that it can get rid of that again. You recycle any waste, There are much bigger waste that you're putting with food, with really heavy plates, If it can deal with that, it can deal with the little bit of sediments that you have snorted or whatever, But I wouldn't snort it, also because I have, just for experimenting, for observing it, I collected all these sediments and I put it in one jar, like from many jars that I had, and it was like a whole bottle full of this sediment, slimy white stuff, you know? Oh my God!
It smelled bad?
It started stinking like hell, like really sewage water.
Oh boy.
And that gave me an indication, if something is getting so foolish, it's smelling so horrid, it's already telling you that this is not the way. This is not where the love is, or love would never take such a form. So, but in contrary, the urine, the clear urine, that is water that becomes clear, crystal clear, without these sediments, when you separate it, this loses all the bad smell. It loses all the bad smell, and it turns even into a heaven-like fragrance. So there you see that it is showing you what am I, what is really useful, what is the good stuff, and what is the stuff you should discard. I remember when I kept this bottle of the sediments, because I had the idea, okay, I'm gonna get a microscope and I'm gonna look into the microscope and really study it. What is it, But then I had it like for a couple of weeks, and when I opened it, it was and it was in my garden, Tuğçe, but when I opened it, it was smelling the entire
neighborhood.
The entire neighborhood. I swear to you, the entire neighborhood. I got so embarrassed. It was like I had opened the sewage system, and like all the sewage water, it was coming out. It was just this tiny bottle. It was like a bomb. If you want to have a bomb, throw a bomb and to someone, then yes, collect the sediments.
So this actually,
but not to put it into your body.
Okay. I mean, now that you explained it, it makes so much sense to me, because sometimes, like when I don't filter my aged urine bottle, it stinks the same way. But I want to test it, and I want to remove the slimy stuff at the bottom, the sediment, with a strainer, and then see how the rest of it smells. Because
you will see, that's the key to get rid of the bad smell, when you remove the waste. Oh, how beautiful.
This is like my beauty elixir bottle.
Oh, I love it.
I put it in a nice, bottle glass, because I want to feel like it's my beauty lotion. So I use this in my bedroom as a toner on my face and stuff. And I filtered it, I think, but I still see it here. But the thing is, after filtering it, I noticed, especially when it contacts my skin, to me, aged urine really smells like roses.
Yeah, it's true. It starts smelling really like that. Yeah, to me too.
I love the smell of it, especially I mean, if it drops on an inorganic surface to maybe on the floor or somewhere else where it doesn't absorb and utilize, then it maybe stinks a little bit. But if it's touching my skin, and my skin is observing and using and making it through metabolic reactions, then it's smells so good, so clean, like roses. I just want to
yeah, really
myself.
Yes, I love it. It's even aphrodisiac. No, but I don't want people to come after us oh, you told me it smelled like roses, and now I'm stinking when I go outside with the urine on my skin or my hair, because it takes a while for you to see the full transformation. Because if your body is still toxic, then there is this waste material in your aged urine, and it's gonna stink for a while it goes through the process of purification. So be patient and allow it to really have its time of purifying. Same like the body. When you start cleansing your body, also you start stinking, you start sweating, and it's you start really, because you're dumping out the garbage. But you have to be trusting the process and allowing it to take place, and stop putting more garbage inside. That's also very important. But you don't need to worry about that in the urine. It's anyways fasting. You're not putting more food in it. So that's the advantage of keeping the urine isolated, in a container. So the process of purification, of detox, is gonna be really fast. And maybe in 1 month or 2 months, you can see. And if you do that, you can see how it changes it loses all the bad smell. And if you do that, what I said, that remove the sediments, that put it in a new container through a cloth, that you make sure that you separate the sediments and you discard them, then it starts much sooner, showing you what a heavenly elixir it can be.
Oh my goodness.
And also, you were holding it in your hands like this. I reminded me, wow, this is something really powerful that I want to give a tip for everyone, and for you too, to really hold your urine and love it, send it love every day. You know what happened? Yeah, because love is the most, as I said, before we said, this is the #1 medicine, the transformational powerful force. So love is really the first ingredient. What happened to me was, I had my aged urine for maybe already 2 months sitting in a big container, a beautiful container like yours, but it was not changing color. It was still looking very much like the first day. And then one day, I don't know, it came to me that I wanted to hold the container and say, thank you, so beautiful, thank you. Because I was always passing through by it, but not giving it any attention, like an unwanted child. I don't know, I felt like alone. All of a sudden, I felt like it needed some love. And I did this, Tuğçe. I connected with it, really from my heart. I swear to God, the next day, it was black.
Oh my God, black? Not even brown?
In one day, I was like, I had to take a double check. I was like, what? Wow. When did this turn black? What? mean, not black, but very dark,
Dark.
very dark brown.
Wow.
From one day to the other, it got illuminated.
Oh my God.
Because you know, black, the color, this color is the ultraviolet. It's the color of illumination. Because if you put all the colors of the rainbow, you mix them together, what do you have?
Black, yeah.
Ultraviolet, black is this very dark. So it is the whole spectrum of the light.
Oh.
It shows you, it's not white. You know, we have been taught everything upside down. Everything is the inverted version of really the truth. It's not the white light that you need to follow. The real light is in the dark matter, in the black, you know. That's why also all this stigma against black people, black skin, darkness. No, forget about it. It's in this, actually, this is your true being. It's in silence, in dark, where you connect to you. You don't need to be afraid of black, of darkness, because that's really, the illumination is there. And that's why URINE is also teaching us this truth, because it's turning black. When it illuminates itself, it reaches this state of total illumination, harnessing all the spectrum of the light. It turns black.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such an incredible wisdom. I love it. And I'm thinking, like, you know, even like darker skin, I guess due to the melatonin, it absorbs more light. The dark hair,
it shows that it's more light.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
It's already high vibrating at that level where it's, yeah, like you say, it harnesses more light, it contains more light. And I strongly feel that, like, my urine is showing me right there in front of my eyes, I'm gonna turn black as well. Like my urine, if my urine has turned black when it got purified, when it got through a very long fasting period, my skin is also gonna, because this is my plasma, this is the water running through my body. If the water running through my body, I can see that it turns black when it potentizes itself, it purifies itself. The same water making up my cells, my skin, everything is gonna turn black, and automatically I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna be also a negrita, black woman. I love it.
Yes, I love it too. I mean, this is such incredible wisdom. Thank you so much for sharing, because I've never heard this, you know, before. But my friend Karen here says, darkness is the source of all light. Light is fragmented darkness. The womb prepared you for dark.
Exactly.
Seed grows in dark.
Thank you.
Yeah, the seed grows in dark too, and the womb is dark. It's all so connected. Now we're putting the pieces of puzzles together. And also, by the way, all my ladies here, Renata, Mary Michelle, let's see, Janet, who else? They all proved that they're aged, they all confirmed that their aged also smells like roses. So that's beautiful.
Yes. Thank you. That is so wonderful. Yeah, to receive all this feedback. Yes, because it's something that everyone can test and come to the same conclusion. See it with your own eyes. Don't believe me. Don't believe Tuğçe. Don't believe any books. Just do it and you will see. It was mind-blowing for me. Yeah, well, yes. All the answers are there. And in your urine is literally guiding you, showing you the truth. Oh, it's so fantastic, so wonderful.
Oh my God. This is so epic.
It's so exciting. Yeah?
I know. So I just want to go through my list to see if I missed anything that I wanted to ask. Oh, I also loved how we were talking about, oh my God, we're coming to 2-hour session, but you know, time loses.
Wow, time flies.
Time flies by, seriously.
I felt like 2 seconds.
Yeah, which is exactly what I want to talk about, because you know how we were going to schedule another one last week, but it's like, it's such a, time is such an, like a for them almost, like where, am I losing you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but
you're
frozen, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like And how we were talking about, you know, living out of the matrix, losing this sense of time. And then I read something where it said matrix is being in matter. And if you turn the M upside down, it's water.
Ah,
And then it was saying how urine therapy, like the water, the golden elixir of this water, is actually helping you to get out of the matrix. And
yeah,
I was like, wow, like there's so
totally.
much hidden in the language. Like I would never think about like turning M upside down and like matter, water. Like it was just so amazing, and it made so much sense too. I actually want to read it if you don't mind. It says matter is the matrix, water is out of the matter matrix. All light come here through water. Water is the lubricant between dimensions. All matter is condensed light, and the matrix is matter. The way out of the matter is water. That's how we got here. That's the way back out. So, oh my God, this was like making so much sense to me, because you know how water doesn't only elevate us with love and heal us physically, emotionally, spiritually, but it also like connects us with other realms. You know, we find our true powers where we can do teleportation, where I'm like able to connect with my dad who passed away last year. I hear his voice right here, and like all these things, you know, like, and literally water is the lubricant between dimensions, because that's how the soul enters to the pineal gland, like during the fetus formation in the womb. You know, all these things like make so much sense.
Yes,
And
exactly.
So I wanted to ask you, I know during your long fast, you had a moment where you felt like you became the light and you left the physical space, right? Like
everything vanished. Everything vanished. I stepped out of the matrix. I really had a taste of this the truth. What is behind the curtains, behind the illusion. And it scared me to death. I tell you what, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that, but it was really the natural consequence of having cleansed my body very, very profoundly after 14 days of a urine fast, where I was doing the whole body rubs every day with the 1 or 2 year old urine. I don't know. It was my oldest urine that I had at that moment. I'm talking about 2014. And through this, I accelerated my illumination, you know, and then I felt like increasing energy towards the last days, to the point where the first 9 days were horrible detox. I couldn't even move out of bed. Sometimes I only had enough energy to do my whole body rubs, and then I was just laying down like dead, almost dying. But then it shifted. Day 9, it was from 1 second to the next. My energy again in my whole body, and I was like, oh my God, let's party. I couldn't believe it. Was like a miracle for me. And I also started gaining weight. I was recovering my muscles, and my body started changing very quickly once the energy was, all the pathways were clear of blockages, and the energy could run again. And then the magic really can take very short time to show you, because energy creates matter. And in a matter of the next 2-3 days, I put back on the weight that I had lost. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was still fasting, you know, because I was not anymore hungry or thirsty. I already passed that, you know. But then I had to break my fast on the 14th day, even though I was already like in a breatharian state. I thought, okay, I made it. I don't need to eat anything anymore because I have put on weight. I'm seeing the magic taking place. But I had no idea that I was on for that higher experience. You know, I was completely, took me unexpected. that everything disappeared. There was so much energy running through my body that I turned into energy. Everything just revealed itself. The real me. That's why I continuously say we are energy. We don't need to look for external sources of it. We are it. It is here in us, you know. It showed, it revealed itself to me. Everything vanished. All of this is an illusion. It showed me you are energy. You are one with everything. Nothing, everything vanished. And it scared the shit out of me because it was the killing of my ego, you know. I was not expecting that. And my ego was not ready. Like my mind wanted to, no, I don't want to die. I want to still exist. I want this story to continue, you know. I also was, because it was something new. I never experienced that before, that I was not sure, have I died? But it's not possible because I was doing fine. I was not sick or lack of energy. I was actually very, you know. No, I didn't die. My body was perfect, but it just, I was presented with the truth that I am not the body, and there is no separation. There is only light. There is only energy, and everything disappeared. But because I am that, I am the source of everything. I am one with the source. God is this, you know. I could decide, let's go back to sleep, or let's go back to the creation, or to this show, you know. So it was like putting pressing on a light switch, you know. I could go back or return like that. And so I immediately everything appeared again, and I was like, okay, it's still there. I'm still there. I didn't die, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But I had to break my fast, because every time I would just relax a little bit, again, everything would disappear. I would immediately be sucked into the truth.
Oh, wow.
You know, because in order for this illusion to have a hold of you, for this matrix to trap you, you need to block your power, block your energy, block your channels. You need to consume something from this lie. You have to put into your temple. I don't know if it's understanding.
Yeah. Like almost like vibrate at the same frequency, so that you can exist in this three-dimensional world.
Yeah. Exist and take part in this movie, show, dream, whatever you want to call it. So I couldn't stop the truth from happening. So I needed to pollute my body a little bit to not be so quick into just accessing the truth, you know. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna go back to sleeping or go back to eating, because I'm not ready to just be all light. It was scary for me at that time. I need to prepare my mind, my ego, to say goodbye, to not be afraid of the experience. And so I'm going to take my time. And meanwhile, I'm going to start eating, but only good, healthy foods like fruits. And I did that. And I spent the next 2-3 months doing that, eating just one meal a day. And talking to my ego, preparing my mind for this experience, to not be afraid of it.
Wow, that's so beautiful. And the fact that you're sharing this with us, you know, opens, I think, every listener's mind that that's what we are. Like it proves us, you know. And like, because when just like you you know, prepared yourself later to go back into your human body, like this prepares us. I feel like this teaches us for us to see what we really are. And when the mind gets the idea, then the body, the consciousness, everything like follows. Or when the consciousness gets the idea. And I've seen exactly what you experienced in one of my past life regression sessions, because I had a regressionist come over my house and hypnotize me, where I saw my past lives and also saw the phase that I died. And I was going into this white light where there's seriously nothing, only like my family there, but like in different forms, not in human form, was waiting for me, was greeting me. And it was pure emptiness and just love, you know. And it was just so beautiful. So when you told us about it, I got the goosebumps because it took me back there, and it's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And oh my God, comments, 2 hours gone like in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And there was
Monica, you got some news about the shaman who can teleport. Oh my God.
Oh my
yes.
God, I know.
I need to give you this awesome news. I cried so much when a friend told me this because I knew I could trust this person, this friend of mine. He had lived with this shaman. It was not just a tale story, you know, tell. He met him in person, and he spent 3 months living with this shaman in Peru and seeing him teleporting in front of his eyes every day.
Wow.
Monica, it's possible. He told me,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, because I always used to talk and say like, oh, there is unlimited potential, and I know we can all teleport, we can all morph, and there is nothing is impossible. Whatever you can imagine, you can achieve, you know. Yeah. And he told me, I know what you're talking about, because I have actually met someone who can do it. I can guarantee, I can prove this to you and to everyone that what you're saying is true. And I was like, oh my God, no, please tell me more. You have to tell me everything about it. And especially, I love this story because this shaman in Peru, out of everything he teaches, he mentions the urine therapy every single talk. He always says the urine is the tool, is the key, is there is everything. It's it's just you know.
It's the lubricant between dimensions.
Yeah,
and that's how you teleport yourself. And always believe that, because you know how there's this unified field or akashic field, and if we can tap into an idea, if we get an idea, and somebody else can get the same idea, because this unified field is all around us and all over everyone. And also, if we can think about it, it really exists, because we are pulling that idea from this unified field that we are all wrapped with. And
exactly.
And all those things like superhuman powers that we see in the movies, they're actually, I mean, that's what we are capable of. I believe that. I really believe
they are not supernatural, they are supernatural.
I love that. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I always...
Someone is asking what's the name. I'm sorry.
No, please.
What's the name of the shaman? He goes by the name of Hermano Salinas.
Oh, I'm gonna...
Because he lives in the region of Peru that is called Salinas, because there is some salt water or hot springs there, Hermano Salinas. And there's actually a YouTube video where he gets an interview, but he doesn't talk about teleportation. He also doesn't eat and drink anything. And he doesn't sleep. So this is also a clue, you know, that confirmed me that in order to access these higher states of unlimited possibilities, it's important to get the body completely clean and not put anything anymore. Because when you put something, you're blocking the energy, you're blocking your power, you're preventing from seeing the true magic that you are. You have to keep the machine clean in order to really use this vehicle to the maximum capacity, you know. You cannot see the all horsepower that this vehicle has if you keep putting stuff in the motor, right? Because that's the motor, the stomach and the intestines. It's the motor of the machine, the center that needs to be clean, empty, to process the energy, the chi that you are.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry I cut you up. I don't know.
No,
I wanted to say something.
it's okay.
I'm sorry.
I love listening to you. I mean, everything makes so much sense. Like there's so much, like there's a flow of ideas that come and go, you know. My friend Kaylee says, I met a 250-year-old young man in Peru who can also teleport and channel electricity through his body.
And that's the same one. You met him? Oh my God, thank you so much.
He touched my shoulders and hands, and it felt like being plugged into a socket. Then he was able to channel the electricity through water as well, and he sprayed me with a hose, and electricity still shocked me. Wow, Kaylee!
Thank you so much. I'm gonna make a screenshot of your. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you
me
so
too.
much of your sharing, because this is Hermano Salinas. You met him.
Wow.
He is over. I didn't know his exact age, but I knew he's more than 150 years of age, and that's what he does. He takes the energy of the plant and he transfers it to you, and that's how he heals. Where sometimes without even touching the person, and you met him and you experienced him. Oh my God!
Wow.
Look at also how connected we are. We are really one. That out of this talk, there is someone watching
who
us
actually
that
met
has
him.
actually met him and is now sharing this. I mean, what are the odds?
Wow.
The synchronicities, right?
Yes.
This
absolutely.
in itself is proving to us that there is no separation, that we are everything, that life is pure magic.
That's
you
so
are
beautiful. Kaylee, I knew
Thank
you went
you
to Peru, but I had no idea you had such an experience. That's so beautiful. Wow.
Oh, please, you have to talk.
Yes. Oops, I lost you.
Kaylee.
Yes, Kaylee, we have to do a
Okay,
live.
now I was saying we have to talk with Kaylee.
Yes, we have to.
Please.
She
I
says
love it. Oh my God.
She says, yes, he's incredible. He lives outside of Lima, but he was in Sacred Valley. We really, really are one. Wow. I knew I had to write in and share that with all of us. Oh
my God.
Thank you so much, Kaylee.
Thank you so much. I love it.
The synchronicities are just like
my God.
incredible. Wow.
Yes. Oh,
So
how
beautiful.
awesome.
Oh my God. So,
and this is you. This is each one of you. And we can go on and on and on and on. But most important is, now that you know, now that you are feeling inspired by all these synchronicities, by all this talk, start really practicing it. Start experiencing within yourself. Allow yourself to really see it firsthand, all this magic. And I tell you, it's really a matter of start putting the urine on your skin if you want the fast lane to. And as I did, what I did, anyone can do a 2-week urine fast, where you are really rubbing your body every single day for 2 to 4 hours. I was really strict in this. And that's why in only 2 weeks, I could access this state of enlightenment, illumination. And maybe for each person, it's going to be different, because I don't know how much toxicity is in every person. But I tell you, you're going to experience pure magic. You're going to, it's the most wonderful adventure of self-discovery.
Oh, so beautiful. And maybe with the bucket that you told us about, maybe you don't even have to do 2 to 4 hours. If you sit in it for maybe half an hour, then you will maybe get still the same benefit.
Yeah, of course. Everyone has to do it in their own pace, in their own rhythm. I am more a very like all or nothing. I go like, very extremist. But of course, you can do it gently as well. You don't need to copy. You have your own way. It's like your own relationship with this. It's like your loving partner, which is you. You. So take your time, whatever you want. However you want to do it.
Yeah. The only reason I said that, because because you're dipped into this bucket and it surrounds all around, surrounds every part of you. Like maybe 4 hours of massaging can be equal to half an hour bathing.
Yes.
That's why. But otherwise, I'm all for it too. As long as I love pushing my limits and experimenting with. I
love that too. I love challenges.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Yeah.
Poggy is asking how can they contact this friend of mine who spent 3 months with Hermano Salinas. And he had an Instagram account and YouTube and Facebook, but he deleted everything because he's also on his own journey towards the same, you know, like all of us. That's why he had this wonderful opportunity to meet this amazing and enlightened master already in real life. So, but I have his phone number and I'm gonna try contact him again. I haven't spoken with him in a while, and maybe he accepts to do an interview with me, and then you can listen to his experience firsthand, because he was 3 months living with this guy.
Wow.
Learning from him every day, and that's how he learned about the urine therapy. And he's a wonderful being, very, very beautiful young Canadian, a boy, a guy. I mean, he's maybe in his 20s or 30s. Very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there are some questions posted here in the tab. I don't know if you can see them, but we have 3 questions. Would you like to answer to some of those?
Yeah. I
Okay.
put urine in my eyes. Yeah, I saw a question.
Oh, yeah.
Urine you can put everywhere. You can put urine. You don't have to be worried about anything. It's already inside of you. You are it. So it's the perfect food. Is the perfect medicine for any place. So don't even worry.
Brought some props. Like, this is what I use.
Oh, great. Yes.
I put my urine here and then soak it.
The best.
And then I want to show you guys my props. And then this is what I also use for my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Like this. And then this is my everything.
Neti pot. Yes, awesome.
And this is what I use to, you know, cleanse my nasal area. And this, I think, cleansed my pineal in an even deeper level, where after doing this every day, I don't do it every day now, but initially when I did it every day, my dreams became so lucid and vivid that I felt like I had 2 lives, one during the day and one at nighttime. Like, I was seeing all these like incredible beings and crystal shaped cities and all incredible stuff.
Wow. And now she's saying, Hermano Salinas told me to come and stay with him in his organic farm outside of Lima. Oh, how wonderful this opportunity. Go. Do you live there in Peru? I would go. I would take the first opportunity to be there with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Really, we're planning a trip there together.
Oh, let's go. Yes.
Oh my God. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
He lives here in Boston.
Oh,
but we should all go there together.
Oh my God, imagine. But the good thing is that you don't even need Hermano Salinas. It's all in you. You just need yourself and start practicing. You will reach there as well eventually.
You will get there yourself. But the nice thing about meeting people, like me being in your energy field right now, just opens up so many blockages in the mind. And, you know, I was hanging out with my friend Jerome, and he like does long dry fasts and lives on liquids. And just by hanging out with him, I was like, my reality was like shifting, you know, just by being in the person's energy field, you feel like, okay, it's okay to live without food. It's okay to live on liquids, you know. Hanging out with you now, like it's so lovely to hear everything you're sharing with us, you know, being in that white energy field, you know, being a self-sustaining being, you know, like tapping into that immortality and all of that. So
for me too.
I love it.
Because by expressing that, and you are my reflection, we are retro nurturing ourselves with this. It always goes and back and forth.
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful.
There's one more prop that I want to show you all.
Yes, please. Oh, yeah.
Do you know this?
to pee. Yes.
I think it's so useful. I got it from Amazon for like a couple of bucks. I think for ladies, this is really an amazing tool. If you're on the go, if you're in the car, you know, it's really a great way. It helps so much, you know, in terms of saving it instead of wasting your golden elixir. So I wanted to share that too.
Yes, yes.
So,
great.
Brother Sage told me you're writing a book. Is that true?
Oh yes, and it's gonna be the book of my life. Actually, the story is like an autobiography, because I cannot begin telling the story of the urine therapy or explaining about it without revealing, you know, how I came to it and how it transformed my life. So that's why it's taking so much time. It's like a baby for me. I'm gonna share so many pictures and like pouring my whole heart out. And also because I am allowing myself to complete this story within me. I know my process is not yet, I can give much more, you know, if I allow myself to grow more into me, to discover more of me, so I can give more, put more in the book. So that's why it's taking many years to come out, to be published, but it's gonna come out eventually, and it's gonna be my gift to humanity for free, because I also don't wanna, you know, I wanna free myself from food and from money and from all of this. Live like what we were intended from the beginning, how it's supposed to be, completely free, and love and happiness should be the only currency of exchange, you know, like we're doing now, that you were talking, like this energy. This is the true exchange, you know?
The true currency, sea of currency.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that. I can't wait to read your book. I already read the PDF you wrote about your fasting experience, but I would love to read your book, because then it's like, it's also good for the reader to know your story, you know, what led you to that point. You know, it's always like a suffering in the beginning. It's like where the, you know, the light always comes in through the crack. So when you mention about the suffering you had, like I do that all the time, you know, I suffered so much from all kinds of physical ailments, and what led me here to this point, and I'm so grateful for all the suffering I had in the past. So it's a really nice way to, you know, write your autobiography, because that's what brought you here to this moment, and it's good to appreciate those times as well.
Yeah, everyone should be doing this, you know, write your own autobiography, because you will discover that, wow, all the guidance is really in you, in your life story. Maybe you have just not paid enough attention, but by writing it, and that making it a habit of journaling every day, writing it down, then you become more aware of so many clues. Life is, your soul is guiding you through the most random things. There are so many hidden messages. The truth is there, always in front of your eyes. Write a book. I want to read all of your books. I love all of your stories. It's fascinating, really. You are a goddess. You are a magician. You are awesome. I can learn so much from you, from everyone, you know?
Everyone
so really appreciate yourself. Love yourself. Remember, love is the most powerful tool. You should be loving yourself every day, and just be love, and that's all in itself what you need. is there.
That's such a
start with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you start there, you learn from there, you learn from your heart, you know. It's also a teacher to you, and being in your heart and in your live vibration, it's like so nurturing, and that's where it all starts, like you said. We got so many amazing messages today. This was
so beautiful, no? Thank you so much, Tuğçe.
No, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for loving yourself unconditionally, and, you know, going through so much and experimenting so much, and being a guide and a mentor for us. You know, the reason why I started 5 years ago was, first I come across the water of life book from John Armstrong, and then I saw you. I saw how joyful and loving and kind you were, and like I was like, if this water is gonna make me feel like that, I want that, you know.
And this is who you are. Everyone is that. Remember, as babies, you were giggling all the time. You were all giggles and joy and fun. This is your true essence. You can go back to that, you know. Don't stay with the boring adults that you have grown into because you have started blocking your channels of this joy running through you. Unblock yourself, and you will be again this joyful bundle of light that you
Sometimes
were.
I'm like, oh, I'm so childlike, you know.
Yes,
I'm like 35 years old, but I'm so childlike. I should be more serious, but no, like it's something to be appreciated.
The children that enter the kingdom of heaven, you have to become like a child.
You have to be silly. You have to be like in your childlike manners. That's how you find your joy and happiness, you know.
Exactly. Get rid of this programming that you have to behave like an adult or dress like an adult, be like an what? No, you are who you are, you know. Get rid of this programming, really release that from you. Don't let it control your life. Just be free. And you don't need anything, really. Just unlearn, free yourself. You are already everything. You don't need to learn anything. You don't need to let anyone impose any program onto you. You already come full and perfect, and this is a playground. Life is a playground for you to play. You have not come here to be a slave of the system or obey or ask for permission. No, be like a baby, you know, discover life in a free way. This is you, it's your creation. You have unlimited power. And step into your power, step into that, allow yourself to be. You're here just to enjoy, to play, to have fun.
Joy and happiness and health is your natural state of being. So go back to that and, you know, experience all the joy. All the hearts. Oh, guys, thank you so much for all your presence, being here, for your questions. I know we missed but I was really reading each of your comments, and I'm sure Monica was too. So thank you so much. There's still some questions here. I don't know if you have time, but 4 more questions. Do you want to go through? Okay, quickly. Could you give any tips on doing enemas with urine?
Heat up the urine.
Okay.
In submerging in a glass with hot water, not boiling, but hot, the syringe with the enema. Also, I use a large syringe. It's very practical, you know, of 100 millimeter syringe of plastic. I put the H urine inside it there. I submerge it into a glass with hot water for just 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes. And then I use this warm H urine in the intestines, and then it's calming down. It's not so harsh because it's diluting making it more soothing the experience and more efficient in cleansing. And also if the H urine, pure H urine, is too powerful, because sometimes in the beginning it can be too harsh, like burning, or it doesn't burn, it doesn't damage, it just has this sensation of pain and shivers run through your body, but it's actually a good thing.
I think
but if it's too intense, you can dilute it with fresh urine, or 50-50, up to you.
Wow, that's great advice. I have to do that to warm it up a little bit. I actually wanted to share my experience with you too, because what I do, I don't know if you ever heard about this, but it's something called a Colima board, where you know that, and the bucket itself gets in like 5 gallons.
Wow.
So I collect my urine for like a couple of weeks, and then I do a 5-gallon enema, and oh boy, like I will take it and release maybe like 34 times, and the effect is like electrifying. Like the first times I was doing, I would get like my ears would pop. I knew like it wasn't only staying in my colon, you know, it was going everywhere in my body.
Yeah. It gets absorbed through your,
yes,
it gets absorbed into your body, especially if you heat up the urine. That's very good, because if you can hold the enema long enough, then it's gonna also, your intestines will absorb it, and all this wonderful goodness, the energy is gonna reach all your cells, run through your whole bloodstream. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it so much. It's like giving yourself an internal shower, you know?
Yeah. The best kind, really.
Yeah. So the second question, if someone has a disease that make pee looks purple, porphyria.
Still, it's your best medicine. It's your best choice at getting healthy very quickly again. No matter how your urine looks like or smells like or tastes like. I had a friend of mine, she was terminal cancer. She was dying. She was even on chemotherapy, and the chemotherapy was killing her very much quicker than the cancer itself. And I put her on a urine fast right away, and her pee was like pure poison. Was like pure milk, pure pus. Yeah. But I told her, you have to drink it. It's your medicine. Really, it's your life or death situation here. And so she started drinking it like that, and immediately the shift was so powerful. She told me, like, for the first time I see that something is working. It's disgusting. It's like really like I'm drinking poison, but it's healing me. And that, like that, she could also had the confidence of not going back to the hospital and the continuing with the chemotherapy, because that was killing her much faster. But she started combining the chemotherapy with the urine therapy. That's another thing that I want to say. Even if you are on drugs, on heavy medication, you still can use your pee. You still can start with the urine therapy, and you're gonna have the healing effects. And it's gonna always be medicinal, no matter how toxic your body is.
Like, you can't really go wrong with urine.
No.
You can like use it in whatever diet you're on, whatever health phase you're at, you know, it always works.
Yeah. Read the book Water of Life, because there it's everything. All the testimonials there show you how the body, these people started with the worst conditions of their bodies, and they healed, they reversed completely and rejuvenated even after a long urine fast. But they started just like that. Read that book, The Water of Life. You can download it from my PDF. Go to my Instagram page, and on the bio you can download the link. You have the link of the PDF, and there you have all the books. I share all of them there.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, thank you for that. And then 2 more questions. What do you both think about kidney failure? Oh, we talked about that.
Yeah, she healed her cancer. Someone was asking if she healed her cancer. She healed her cancer from last stages of cancer. She was dying. With the urine therapy, she totally healed her cancer. And now she's the biggest exponent of urine therapy. She gives talks. She tells everyone. She's never stopped drinking her urine. It even healed her so many other diseases, and her husband and like everyone in her family is like giving her a new life. You can do it too. Anyone can do it.
Wow. I want to share it, guys. Oh my God. Hold on.
You need to go.
She had. Okay. Oh, solution for hair fall. Rubbing it into the skin.
Same. Yeah. Every day you will see stop hair loss in just 3 days. In a week, it's amazing, the transformation. Just rub it. Do it every day, even for just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you will see wow, change. Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, you can use it for in terms of every beauty product, like as a shampoo too. It's both cleansing and hydrating and moisturizing, and even stops the hair fall. So, okay. Well, I think that's all with the questions, but oh my God, Monica, I can't thank you enough. It was so amazing. This was a blessing. Thank you so much.
Yes.
For
awesome.
wisdom of so many years, being here with us, sharing your love. I think we learned so much from you. I mean, I've personally learned so much, and I'm sure everyone's on the same boat. So thank you, millions.
Thank
Infinitely.
you. Oh, thank you. Learn from you, from your own experience. Everything is really already in you. Trust you in the first place. Trust you. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this is anytime we can repeat this,
Oh,
and
I'd love to.
we are here for one another. Yeah,
Yes. Oh my
it's a
God.
team.
I
We are
would love
all
to do it again.
walking each other home.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God.
Uh,
Thank
I
you.
love you. Don't
I love
forget to
you
love
too.
yourselves and be love, and that's the most important thing on your list.
Absolutely. Oh my God, such a beautiful message. I love you,
Yes.
Monica, and I love you all, plasma gods and
Mm.
goddesses. Stay well.
Bye
Keep loving
bye.
yourself, showing up for
Yes.
yourself every day.
Yes.
Okay. So much love, and talk to you soon again.
Okay. Ciao, ciao. Thank
Bye.
you. Ciao, ciao.
Love you. Okay. How do I turn this off?